Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Holly, and today I just wanted to share with you a neutral spring DIY that I've been wanting to make. And Dollar Tree has these wooden laser die cuts, and I've been wanting to use them. So I bought the pack that says family, and you get 3 in a pack, so it's a good value. You can use the other 2 on other projects if you'd like. And Dollar Tree did not have the flowers that I wanted, so Family Dollar had these for the same price, and those are hydrangeas, and you can use whatever type of flowers you'd like. You would need a paintbrush and a floral foam, so that way we can put the flowers into that. And I like to use this Waverly chalk paint, and I tend to get it in white because it just goes with everything. And some twine, and that was from Dollar Tree. A good glue gun. And I like these hearts that were at Dollar Tree also, and I just like the rustic look of those, and that's what I'm going to use in both projects. And these little wooden slats and just this little wooden box. Now the first thing you will do is paint this little box, and use whatever color paint that you want that will go with your home decor. And even if you want to stain this, that would work also. And I like to use the sponge brush because it does help to get into those grooves a little bit better than a regular paintbrush does. And with the chalk paint, I only needed 1 coat of paint for the entire box, so that worked out really well. And you're going to continue to paint this all the way around. And of course, I did not paint the bottom, just the sides. And then make sure that you get anything that would be showing. So make sure you get into the grooves with that little brush. Now I do have another DIY right after this one. So this is a video for 2 DIYs. So don't forget, when this one's done, we have one more to do. Now paint the slatted piece of wood, and make sure, like I said before, that you get into the grooves and get into those edges where it's going to be seen, and just make sure you cover it with the paint. And I also painted the back of this little slatted piece of wood, just in case any of that could be seen. Now, in order for the floral foam to fit in the box and to be level, I had to cut it, and it was very easy with just a knife, and just cut down, kind of measure about how much you need to be taken off. and then just fit it inside of the box. Now, since these boxes have that little hole on the side and you can see the floral foam through it, I just took some white paint and just painted over that, and it helps just to disguise it a little bit. Now I'm going to glue this piece of twine to the back of this piece of wood, and just make sure you do not glue it on top of that piece of wood that's raised in the back, because that needs to be glued to the box that we're using. Now once you have it adhered, you're going to wrap this around several times until the end of that comes back to the back of the wood, and then you're going to hot glue that down. Now you're going to continue to do that on the other side with a piece of twine that's the same length as the first one. Now glue the heart to that piece of wood, and then take the wooden family sign and glue that to the heart. And then you'll see how it has sort of a 3D effect. And now turn it over, and then where the raised portion of that wood is, hot glue that, and then you're going to adhere that to the small wooden crate. Now I used wire cutters and cut the flowers down. That way they would fit proportionately in this box. And you can just have them as tall or as short as you want. You mainly just want to cover up that floral foam. And I just put as much as I could to fill it out to where it was full. Now I thought this one turned out really pretty, and this could be used all year long. Now these were those little boxes that everybody was trying to figure out what to do with. I decided to do this with the one I have, and I just took a piece of scrapbook paper, and I'm also going to use the little heart again. Like I said, I had some of those left, and these were also some wooden die cuts, and they had different shapes, so I thought these would be nice to use on this project for spring. And also you're going to need some jute twine. Now you want to take a piece of that jute twine and cut it to the size of the inside of the house that you have, whatever size it may be, because that's going to be used as a trim. Now I took a piece of scrapbook paper that I liked, and all I did was turn it over and laid the house on top of it and cut it out. But also knowing that I needed to trim it again to fit inside the house because of that ledge that's there. You need to cut it just a little bit to make it fit inside of it, because it's not the exact, when you're tracing it, it's not the exact size of the inside of the house. So that's where how it would sit in, is by just trimming it out. But also when I cut it, I cut a little bit more than I needed, so I just took a little bit of the scrapbook paper that I had and just glued it in, just so that way it would cover up that little bit that you would see. But I'm also going to use the twine, as you'll see in a second, how that's going to trim it out also. Now you can either use hot glue, some type of regular glue, or even some double-sided tape to lay this into the house to have it adhere to it. Either of those would work great. I just happen to have the hot glue out, so I just decided just to stay with that. Now I wanted to finish the inside off with just a little bit of jute twine just to give it a finished look. So all I did was put some hot glue in one corner to start, and then I would pull the string as tight as I could and then put a little bit of hot glue in the next corner, and I did that all the way around until I came to the end where I actually started. Now before I glue it down, I wanted to kind of see where I wanted to position that little heart, and then once I figured out where I wanted it, then I just put some hot glue on little spots on it. It doesn't take too much to adhere this to that piece. And then just lay it down, and then just make sure you press it to make sure that it adheres, gets a good adhesion to it. I glued one end of the jute twine to the back of the house and then just started wrapping it around, not in any perfect order, just kind of just wrapped it around, and then I took the end of that and glued that to the back of the house. Using one of the little wooden die cut butterflies that come in those packages also at Dollar Tree, and I'm just taking the jute twine and making a little loop so it's easy to go through the hole, and then just pull that through, and then I'm just going to take this and wrap it around the house. I was going to wrap it around, I was going to put a knot in it, but then I just decided just to go ahead and wrap it around the house on top. And for this step, all I did was tie it instead of gluing it down. Just tied a knot in the back and then just cut off the excess. Now this is a wooden die cut from another set, and this is a hummingbird. Now it had other birds in it, but I just chose to use the hummingbird, and I'm just hot gluing it to the bottom of the heart, and I feel like this gives it a 3D effect. And I'm really happy with how these turned out. I feel like they have a rustic farmhouse style to them, and I feel like that since it's neutral, they can stay out. It's something that you can leave out for most of the year. It's not necessarily holiday style, but can go with any decor. I hope that you liked this video, and if you did, I ask that you please give it a thumbs up. If you're interested in seeing more videos like it, please click that subscribe button and the notification bell. That will notify you when I post new videos. And I thank y'all for watching, and I hope everyone has a blessed day.